This is how you can create this 3D elastic text in DaVinci Resolve. This tutorial is going to be a bit of a tricky one, so you better buckle up. Start by adding a Fusion composition and jump into Fusion. Press Shift Space and add a Merge, Camera, Render, and Text 3D. Connect Text 3D to the Merge and then Render 3D to Media Out. Finally, drag Merge 3D to the viewer to preview your 3D environment. If you want the project files for this, go to shop.aristoedits.com. Now select Text 3D and enter your text. Scroll down to Extrusion and crank up Extrusion Depth, Bevel Depth, and Bevel Width. To customize the extrusion color, switch to the Shading tab, uncheck Use One Material, then scroll to Bevel Material. Pick your color, and this is what you should have. Now, let's make this elastic. Also, let me know if you have an effect you want, and I'll make a tutorial on it. Select the Text tab, right-click the text box, and choose Follower. Navigate to the Modifiers tab, and under Timing, increase the delay. Then, still in the Modifiers tab, switch to Shading, scroll down, and under Position, right-click the Offset Text, hover over Modify Width, and choose XY Path. Now, remove both of these automatic keyframes. Then right-click Y, modify width, and choose Anim Curves. Then switch the curve from linear to easing. Set the ease out to elastic, and then check the mirror box. Now this is what yours should look like. We're not done yet though, so this is how you can adjust your animation to your exact elasticity. So basically the offset is there to recenter the text manually if it's not exactly centered, and increasing scale makes the animation bigger. If I make the scale almost 4, it basically jumps off the screen. Now timescale controls the speed of the animation. Higher values make the animation faster, and vice versa. Then the time offset applies a delay before the animation. So when you play, it'll take a second to start. Now to finalize your elastic text, let's add a couple clean effects. First, drag media out to the preview, select camera 3D, increase Z position to fit the text into the frame, then center it. Return back to text 3D and rotate it however you want to amplify the 3D effect. At this moment, I decided to go back to adjust extrusion depth to boost the effect. Now create some space in your node tree, press Shift Space and add Emboss. Hold Shift and slide it in right after Renderer 3D. Switch the style to Emboss Over, increase the power, and then change the angle. Press Shift Space again and add Simple Outline. Hold Shift to insert it and adjust the border size. And finally, we're at the very last important final step. I'll be uploading all the project files at shop.aristoedits.com, and I'm planning to make some in-depth breakdowns, so make sure you sign up here to get notified for it. Now at last, select Text 3D, Modifiers, double-click Follower 1, and in the Shading tab, keyframe the opacity to create this revealing effect. Then open the Spline Editor, check Opacity, press Ctrl F to recenter the graph, Ctrl A, then press S to smooth. Then hold Alt and drag the handles. Adjust this to your liking, and there you go. Follow me if you learned something.